Hello everyone and welcome to Mission 21 in the Enemy Within campaign for the A-10C2 in DCS World. This is our last ever mission, grand finale time. So last time we destroyed the remains of the CLA leadership, except there was one man who got away, and that is the Insider, who has been identified now as one of the chief advisors to the Minister of Counterterrorism, so quite ironic there. Unfortunately, before the Georgians could arrest him, he fled to a military compound in the north of the country. They sent in the army to arrest him, and his forces managed to beat the army back. So the Georgians have called us in for one last operation. We are to go in, capture the general, and so our role as the A-10s is going to be to destroy all resistance without destroying the key building that he should be hiding in. The intelligence services are pretty sure he's in an underground complex, but there's only one way in and out, so if we destroy the building, that's going to be very bad for us. And unfortunately, he seems to have plenty of protection, so we have to do a lot of damage without blowing up a small building in the center of a compound. For this, we do have 2 GBU-12 laser-guided bombs, 1 GBU-38 GPS-guided bomb, 2 Mavericks, 14 rockets, and our normal guns. And we're also joined on this mission by a pair of Polish F-16s who are going to be flying cap for us, since we have reason to believe that the Abkhazians or South Ossetians might come in order to try and extract this guy. So let's kick things off and give this campaign a grand finale.
Alright, dude, this one's pretty sensitive. We're after a guy that's been inside the Georgian system rocking the boat for a long time.
Surprised it took him this long to figure out who he was.
Well, apparently he was covering his tracks pretty well. Anyway, the compound where he's hiding is closely guarded by people wearing Ministry of Interior uniforms. Make no mistake about it. These are elite CLA soldiers. They need to be eliminated.
Raj, this guy's neck deep in sheep shit. I'm amazed he's still in country.
Well, you heard the skipper. He's looking for a way out. He's likely to try to go to Abkhazia or South Ossetia, but the line of control is pretty well guarded, so probably going to prove difficult for him. Still, our task is to make sure that he does not get away.
When we get on station, there ain't no way he will.
Okay, once we get established in the anchor, we're going to go sensors in on the stronghold and contact Popeye 1-1. After he fills us in, we'll switch to Overlord for clearance to begin the show. Our cap is Viper 1-1.
Aren't we overdoing it a little bit with a dedicated cap flight? I mean, I don't exactly see the Russians rushing out to help this guy.
Well, Intel sees this as a real possibility. Skipper didn't want to take any chances, so check your DMS profiles, check your laser codes. Let's get fence in, then we'll go zip lip until we get to the anchor point. And Overlord, Dodge 1-1 on station as fragged.
Dodge 1-1, Overlord. Contact Popeye 1-1 for sitrep.
And Overlord, Dodge 1-1 copies. Switching. Popeye 1-1, Dodge 1-1, on station as fragged. What do you got for us?
Dodge 1-1, Popeye 1-1, moderate enemy presence, stronghold. CC-23 on the roofs of small buildings on the northern and southern edges of the compound. One man pad near the main building. 2 APCs parked next to the southern wall. Several armed foot mobiles at the entrances, and 1 UAC in the front of the main gate. How copy?
And Dodge 1-1 copies Zoo-23, a man pad, 2 APCs, UAZs, and foot mobiles in the AO.
Dodge 1-1, Popeye 1-1, good read back. This man pad's real close to the main building. We're gonna need to take him down by chucking the bomb from a bit further out.
Yeah, copy that. Let's try not to take down the building right away. And And Overlord, Dodge 1-1. We're ready to engage.
Dodge 1-1, Overlord,
Major here.
cleared hot.
Dodge 1-1's in hot.
Dodge 1-1, this is Overlord Actual. Watch your fire. That main building cannot be engaged. We need to take Tango 1 alive.
And Overlord Actual, Dodge 1-1 copies. We're taking care not to splash the building.
1-2. Let's take out that car outside before Tango 1 can use it as a getaway.
Yeah, it sounds like a good call.
So here we are heading in on the target. Can maybe just make out the manpad and the TGP display in the top left. Incidentally, the big building there is not the main building. The main building is the small building. A bit confusing terminology, but that's what it's marked as on the briefing. So I'm lining up here, planning to drop the bomb in front of the large buildings, the apartments. Should be very much close enough to take out that SAM site.
Pull up, pull up.
And there we go, that's the bomb dropped. I turn away, since it's going to take a while for the bomb to drop. And then since number 2 pointed out this car in the front, decide that's going to be my next target. Go in with that with a Maverick. Fire the Maverick and pull away. And then at this point, turning away, trying to get some distance, and just as I turn the camera, that is my first bomb hitting. It did not hit anywhere near where it was supposed to, which is a bit alarming. I'm not entirely sure why it missed so badly, but thankfully it only caused very minor damage to the building. Enough for me to get told off, not enough for me to be shouted to fail mission.
3084061, declare.
Viper 1-1, Overlord, contact at full 308 for 06 is hostile, 4L39, hot, low.
Be advised. We have movement in strong. Viper 1-1 copies. 4L39 is hostile.
Yeah, by
Request
1-1,
permission
Dodge
to
1-1
engage.
copies.
Viper 1-1, Overlord, monitor, weapons cold.
Viper 1-1 copies. Monitoring weapons cold.
So a lot of overlapping talk there. We have incoming hostiles.
Tango 1 must have some friends pretty high up.
Focusing on the
Yeah, they're in for a nasty surprise when
Mavericks
they meet Viper.
on these APCs. So I've sent number 2 in. Do have hostile and friendly missiles in the air.
Dodge 1-1. Dodge 1-1.
Get a nice hit on that APC.
308 450 at 7,000 hot. Dodge 1-1. Overlord 1-1. Bra 30.
So I spot the remaining APC on the road. I'm out of Mavericks at this point, but I still have my laser guided bombs. The enemy SAM sights are down.
Viper 1-1, Overlord, unknown, a helicopter coming from the south, assume friendly, checking with Georgian command.
Dodge 1-1.
So I've got an incoming helicopter.
Eyes on those L39s.
Yeah, Viper 1-1, Dodge 1-1 copies. We'll keep an eye on him. Break, Overlord, Overlord, Dodge 1-1. What is the bogey's ETA to our current position?
Dodge 1-1. Overlord 1-1. Pop-up group 30544.
And Overlord, Dodge 1-1 copies. 6
Pull up,
minutes.
pull up.
Can you get an update on this guy's intentions if possible?
Roger, we'll post.
So there's a lot going on all at once again, but I managed to get my laser guided bomb off. Mostly the ABC is just sitting there, making a perfect target.
Dodge 1-1, Popeye 1-1. Both 8.
Tally Bandit, 7 o'clock.
Viper 1-1, Overlord. The banners are still as hot, fast. You are clear to engage.
Overlord Viper 1-1, we are in hot. Popeye 1-1,
So we've eliminated our targets for now.
over the southern shore of the lake, inbound towards Stronghold.
Tally Bandit, 3 o'clock. And Dodge 1-1 copies break Overlord. Dodge 1-1, have you gotten any indications about what this guy's intentions are?
Viper 1-1, Fox 3. Dodge 1-1, Overlord actual. Still checking. Wait 1.
Dodge 1-1 copies.
Dodge 1-1, Overlord 1-1, pop-up group 3. Viper 1-1, splash to position.
So just briefly got a glimpse of a helicopter.
Dodge 1-1, Overlord actual. Georgian command did not send any hip towards that stronghold. Enemy helicopter is hostile. You are clear to engage and destroy it.
Dodge 1-1 copies, cleared to engage and destroy the hip. Tally Bandit, 11 o'clock.
Actually, at this point, I've lost sight of the hip.
Popeye 1-1,
So
all
trying
clear.
to scan
Enter
ground and
beginning landing
reacquire.
sequence.
So he's landing, so I send number 2 after bandits, just in case he has better luck finding him. Unfortunately, 2 decides that it's better to engage the fighters. Can't say I blame him, thinking those are the main threat. This leaves me to go in on this hip. I do finally see it here, just making its way down, trying to land in the compound.
Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude.
So moments before landing, I get a very
Overlord,
nice
Dodge
splash
1-1.
there.
Splash 1. Repeat, splash 1.
Dodge 1-1, Overlord copies.
Join up.
Return to stronghold and make clear the way for right.
And Overlord Dodge 1-1 copies, returning to station.
So the F-16s are still fighting, and so I'm randomly getting pings from their radar. Just to be safe, I am dumping out countermeasures.
Stronghold neutralized.
Dodge 1-1 copies. Rhino, Dodge 1-1. Be advised, enemy forces in Stronghold have been neutralized. You are cleared to make your approach.
Dodge 1-1, Rhino copies, we're moving out. Dodge 1-1, Overlord 1-1, Bra 02047 at 8,000 knots.
So I was just keeping Overwatch over the stronghold site, but the enemy fighters start to get really close here. And here we can see a missile going up. Turns out that is actually a SAM, a random man pad is down there, and he actually splashes one of the F-16s at this point. And so I'm really nervous that either these fighters are going to blindside me or they're going to engage the Rhino as it approaches. So I decide that it's time for us to deal with these things if the F-16s can't. Unfortunately on this mission we've not been armed with any Sidewinders, so the only air-to-air capability I have is my gun. Same with my wingman here. My wingman does spot the target, marks it with his TGP, and this is really, I think, the best use of the TGP air-to-air mode, is pointing things out to your wingman. So I see this plane here. At first I'm not too sure. It is moving very slow, but I don't have a good real view of it, and I really don't want to friendly fire the remaining F-16, although at this point I think there's 2 F-16s up. I don't realise that one's been splashed at this point. Then as I get closer, you can see that very undeniable wing shape. That is not an F-16, that is one of our hostiles. And thankfully he's moving really, really slow. There's the F-16 just diving through there. And the enemy plane dives after him. Trying to get the lead right here, sending a few bursts. Unfortunately, he gets a Fox 2 off moments before I take the guy's tail off. Unfortunately, his Fox 2 does hit the F-16, and that splashes it. And so that is both F-16s down. Of course, the F-16s take credit for that, even though they really lost that engagement, and I just finished off the enemy for them. And by the time I get to Stronghold, we see here that we're deploying the troops.
And Overlord, Dodge 1-1. Relay from Rhino. Stronghold is now in our hands.
Dodge 1-1, Overlord. Roger that. Chevy 01 flight is in AO. Remain on station.
And Dodge 1-1 copies remaining on station.
Dodge 1-1, Overlord. Chevy 01 is on station. You are cleared to return to base.
And Overlord Dodge 1-1, go ahead and show us RTB at this time.
Haha, looks like we did it. Looks like the end of the CLA.
Well, it looks like it. They did put up quite a fight. You gotta give them that.
Yeah. Then they got loaded and killed Scotsman. Hell of a price to pay to fight a bunch of terrorists.
Yeah, but that's because they had direct support from a third country. Not recognized, and a small country, but still a country with their own air force.
Not much of it left after today's sortie.
That's true. I hope somebody takes care of them after what they've done here. Alright, push your Copoletti, let's go home.
Roger that.
Dodge 1-1, this is Overlord Actual. Good work today. Rhino reports that they have captured Tango 1 alive. With the information he will provide, we will be able to capture any remaining CLA operatives. All that remains now is a mopping up operation, which can be performed by the Georgians alone. Once again, well done, and we'll see you at the briefing.
And so there we have it, the final mission of the campaign done, and that was a very fun mission, very fun campaign. It was quite a simple mission in terms of what we've been seeing recently, but there was a lot going on all at once, and a lot of overlapping commands to keep track of. In terms of our BDA, our side got 4 enemy planes, 1 enemy helicopter, 2 SAMs, and 17 ground vehicles, of which I got 1 of the enemy planes, 1 helicopter, both SAMs, and 15 miscellaneous ground units. So a pretty nice way to end off the campaign, with a air-to-air gun splash on a jet and another one on a helicopter, along with just a decent all-round mission. But that does wrap up the Enemy Within campaign. I have really enjoyed doing this series. I hope you have all enjoyed watching it. I will be posting a review of this series probably on this slot next week. But then it's going to be time to start a new series. And as for what series I do, I'm leaving that one up to you. I have 4 options in mind. If you want to stick with the A-10C2, I was thinking of doing the Operation Persian Freedom campaign. Alternatively, I have been enjoying playing the Flanker again, so one of the other options is the Ultimate Argument campaign for the Su-27. I would like to get better at the F-18, and so Operation Pontus is on the list. And finally, if you want to see me back in World War II, I do have the Blue Nose Bastards of Bodny as the fourth option, and that's for the P-51. I'll be putting up a poll on the Discord, or if you don't want to join the Discord, then just leave a comment down below as to which of those campaigns you would prefer, or if you have any other suggestions, again, do just leave them below. Otherwise, I really hope you enjoyed this series as much as I did. Thank you all for watching and sticking with it for this long. And I'm just going to leave this rolling with the end credits for this module. I'll catch you in the next video. Until then, be kind to yourself and everyone else. Cheers.
Forward, get airborne as soon as you can and find those mortars.
Alright guys, we're going to continue on this course. I'll check in with Overlord when we're about 30 miles out.
Damn it, Code. Why you always gotta piss in my cornflakes? Really know anyone who's supplying them? Which state?
What? You glad you're the bumpy ride in SC-130?
Man, I hate these ferry flights.
Yeah, say hello to the Russian Black Sea Fleet. One, two, take one, bullet power. That's what I call it, military support, baby.
Dodge 1-1, Overlord Actual. Still checking. Wait, 1.
Dodge 1-1, Overlord. Copy. Stand by.
Overlord to all players, Rolex, Colt 1-1, cleared hot on your target.
Welcome, copy. Yeah, on duty. 1-1, no attempt.
On one company, searching for target standby.
Okay, looks like that worked. Turning back. We're moving out.
I'm sorry, sir. Understood. Standing coast now.
Divisions have opened fire. We need assistance. You're clear hot.
Dodge 1-1, contact 1-1. We are 5 miles from your location.
White Cloud, let me contact my superiors.
Dodge, Echo. We're under heavy enemy fire. We need immediate assistance.
Ford 1-1, Warrior 1, splash grouse. You are cleared hot on handle.
This is moving 1-1. We're on the ground from both fronts.
Dodge 1-1, Viper. Thanks. Nice to flank together with a Viper warehouse.
Viper 1-2, knock it off. This is Schaefer. You've got to be kidding me. There's a tank shooting at me. Viper 1-1, contact again. Light from the southwest.
Force flight is clear. We're taking too many casualties. We need to pull back. We need to...
1-1, Avenger is safe on board. Departing. Dodge 2-1, Pontiac 1-1. Entering the AO. This is Warrior Charlie detained. Taking him to the ALO.
Launching Banshee. Flash enemy vehicle.
This is Zulu. Uso on the ground.
Watcher to all flight. Operation Masada has begun. Stay sharp.
Ford 1-1, knock it off. Ford 2-1, knock it off. Dodge 1-1, Popeye. I confirm, man down.